Are you looking for a tool to manage your planning needs? Are you looking for a process that touches every aspect of your business? I am Grenville, your planning coach, and I am going to talk about the effectiveness of sales and operations planning. Sales and operations planning is an integrated business management process. This helps the leadership continually achieve focus, alignment, and synchronization with all functions of the organization. This was a process that was devised by Dick Ling in 1985. A normal planning process involves the short term, the mid term, which is 3 to 12 months, and the long term, which is between 3 to 5 years. The short term is focused on the day-to-day needs like procurement, production, transportation, and order management, while the long term is more on the strategic values of planning. Sales and operation planning bridges the gap between the short-term needs and the long-term requirements of a business, ensuring that they are equally connected back and forth, collecting the relevant information to both balance the short-term requirements of a business as well as the long-term goals of the organization. A typical S&OP process starts at the end of the month with gathering of historical data as well as marketing input about the period ahead. In the first week, the demand planning team does trend adjustment to the demand forecast and passes it on to the supply planning team. The supply planning team then constrains this demand to the available supply, and all stakeholders are brought into a pre-S&OP meeting where conflict resolution and recommendations are summarized. The final step is to gather this information along with the management team and make decisions as well as the game plan of the period ahead. S&OP is a very effective tool to allocate ownership of finished goods. The stock product is managed with a stocking program which is owned by the operations, while made to order is the ownership of the sales team. It is a very effective tool which integrates all the activities between the different functions of the organization, and there is no panic rush when it comes to reacting to the situation in the market. The process has an inherent step of building multiple scenarios. The largest advantage of this process is that everyone works towards one number, ensuring that the KPIs as well the action is focused on delivering on the final goal of the organization. One major benefit of the demand planning process is we can shape the demand or claim the demand that we need from the market and maximize the profit. Some of the critical success factors of this process is the leadership is a primary force in driving the process from top down to ensure that all the stakeholders are aligned and participate in the successful implementation of an S&OP process. It's equally important that the process leader of the S&OP educates all stakeholders about their role in the process as well as what is expected of them to be delivered. A major miss in most of the process is to align all decisions and goals to the financial goals of the organization. In the end, we are all here to make money, and if your activity is not resulting in a financial gain, the process is an effort in vain. The best approach to implementing the S&OP process is to ensure a collaborative situation between all the stakeholders, each stakeholder understanding and owning their role in this process and making it a success. In the end, we are the best judge of the effectiveness of our processes, and one benefit of the S&OP process is to collect continued feedback from all the stakeholders, critiquing the effectiveness of this process and ensuring that we correct them in the cycles ahead. Some of the points to watch out for are the lack of understanding by the stakeholders, of what is their role and what is expected of them. S&OP has a very wide scope as it touches every facet of the business. There is always a chance of getting lost in the implementation. It is very critical that the project manager has clear direction and milestones to measure the effectiveness of the process and to ensure people stay on track. The success of every process is to ensure we keep pace with change. S&OP is geared to be used as a tool for this purpose. It is left to the implementers to ensure that we keep track of what's changing in the market and adapt this process to capture that differences. In the end, this is a people-driven activity. There is no point in implementing a process just for the process. It is more that the people are kept in mind and ensure that we have the right people to deliver on the right goals. 3 laws are paramount to the success of this process. One is the law of change, the next is the law of entropy, and the third is the law of perception. Being versatile to change, ensuring that we don't get biased by the inputs, and ensuring that we have the right perspective results in a successful implementation of the S&OP. In the end, S&OP is used to integrate all the businesses to the common goal, ensuring that the leadership gives the right direction and ensures we all focus and remain aligned and synchronized with all the functions of the organization. S&OP as a process by itself will never be effective. It is important that the people participate, understand and implement the process in the right intent to ensure we deliver on the final goals. I am Grenville, your planning coach for all things business. I help entrepreneurs establish profitable business using planning processes like S&OP to add value and make them effective on a daily basis. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe, share and like this video if you like the content. Till next time, stay safe and be well.